Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name's Don Casper, and I like to welcome you to Rolling with Don Casper. And on today's video, the general plan was basically to wash the car, have the car washed, but the weather's been a bit mad today, and so I'll kind of put that off. But what I will be doing, right, is just generally just clearing my boot, because it's really full right now, and it needs to be cleared. And I also want to show you how much space is actually in that boot, because this is a big car. And if you're wondering what car I'm talking about, it's my VW Phaeton, my beautiful VW Phaeton. And so therefore I like to show, and let's kick this off. Right, the boot is open, and I'm going to just show you how large this boot is. It doesn't look that way right now because it's got a lot of crap in there, which I will need to clear right now. But as you can tell, judging by the amount of crap is in there, it must be a fairly large boot. So give us a moment and I'll get back to you. Right, the boot is now being cleared, and if you can see, it's actually pretty large. I think at the time of this car's release, in comparison to the Jaguar XJ and the Mercedes S-Class, it had a larger boot. When it came to an Audi A8, because they're pretty much, I wouldn't say the same car, but you know, dimension wise pretty similar, yeah, give or take, if you like. But anyway, if you're looking at these two strips, which are just there, right, these strips, right, actually belong to, well, one of them belongs to here, just down here, and the other one belongs to the rear. The one at the front, because I'm not too sure if it's one, I'm not too sure if the one in the boot is either for the driver's side or the passenger side. That came off when I was on the motorway one time, and I didn't realise it was off until when I actually got home, and I noticed that that part had been missing or was lost in transit, so to speak. But yeah, so that's the size of the boot. Right, just to give you an idea what this boot's all about, I'm going to lift this up, and I'll show you what's actually underneath. Right, so what you actually have here, in some of the cars they would actually have a spare wheel in here, but what we have here is basically a few tools and a space, which I would imagine probably had something to do with the puncher kit or something like that, in that kind of, you know, yeah, to do with the puncher kit. But what I tend to just use it for is just storage. Yeah. Right, this car actually has two batteries, right? But I'm going to show you one battery. One battery can be found in this location here. Right, that's one battery. This is actually the largest of the batteries, of the two batteries. And then the other one is basically stored underneath this panel here. Underneath this panel here. I'm not going to pull it out right now. If you're wondering why I've got all newspaper, it's very good for cleaning the windows, strangely enough. I don't know, it's got something to do with the ink, but it works fabulously. Right, so I'm going to put that back up here. I'll try and do it with one hand. Right, so that's actually the size of the boot. Excellent. Right, let's get everything back into the car. Look at that, two sets of golf clubs, and there's still plenty of room in there. Let's continue. Right, everything has now been put away, and as you can tell, it looks somewhat neater. The golf clubs are in there, my bucket full of cleaning products is in there, and just generally, you know, my petrol or my diesel canister, water, It's all put back in place, and very neatly, I may say. And so that's it. And if you're wondering why the car is actually running, this car doesn't get driven that often, so the battery isn't at its strongest. And so when I tried to lower the boot, it didn't have enough power, so it just kind of froze. So I basically turned the car over, and now hopefully the boot shall close automatically. Nope, it's not doing it. There we go, second time around. Right, one of the toys of her Volkswagen Phaeton. Right, with that, I guess that concludes this video. Right, as I said, that concludes this video. It's pretty short because my plans that I actually had in play today to get the car cleaned and just basically take it for a spin were basically sidetracked because the weather wasn't great, and I had a few things to do in the house, you know what I mean? So what it is, unfortunately, it wasn't actually a priority, but I will take it out for a drive now just to charge up that battery. Right, I'm just back now. I wasn't actually going to do another video, but I thought to myself, since I'm taking the car out for a little drive, I might as well just do a little video and you know, have a little chat, so to be. Alright, let's do this. Right, so this is my second video. Right, I'm not very good at it. I'm very new. I'm a newbie, but I will continue on this path because I do believe that practice makes perfect, and I have all the intentions of being perfect at this. I want to come over like a professional. I want to come over like all those other people that I watch, whether Mr. JWW, whether it be Shmee 150 or any of those guys, because those are the guys that I mainly sort of like watch on a regular. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about my car, the Volkswagen Phaeton. Now, when it comes to this car, right, I do love it. It wasn't always that way though. When I first bought the car, considering that I came from a Daimler Super V8, I felt perhaps not. And the fact that I actually bought an Audi, which I felt was, I wouldn't say, well, initially when I bought the car, I thought, yeah, that was a nice car, great car, pretty quick on its feet or on its wheels. Because that didn't kind of work out, so I ended up buying this car. And yeah, so you know, at first I was underwhelmed, if that's the word that I can actually say. Having said that, the car's grown on me. It's been absolutely reliable, and so on that word alone, I would say it is actually worth buying one of these. Right, I'm not too sure if it's a bit too dark in here, so if I put on, yeah, that's better. Right, so you know, when I bought this car, right, I did actually fall in love with it, and I did realize it's, you know, because I'm a big Bentley fan. I thought, yeah, because there's a connection, if you like, because Bentleys are actually based on this car, but I'm not going to go into that. Most people who drive Phaetons actually know that. But generally, the car's been very well behaved, and so, you know, it's grown on me. This car has actually grown on me. So, you know, yeah, it's a car that I would not want to get rid of too soon. Though I actually do intend to buy, you know, I do intend to buy another car, because this car has its shortcomings. Like, say for instance, the rear seats now, they don't drop. So if I need to carry anything, which is pretty long, then this car is not going to work. It's not going to work. So yeah, I do want to get something like a you know, an estate, if you like. I do want to do things with this car. As I've said earlier on, the side panels on the doors, they're falling off, or they're ready, or the last one, which is still there, is ready to let go. So that needs to be sorted out. The bodywork needs to be sorted out, which will probably mean parts of the body needs to be resprayed, because those panels, which are black at the moment, I would like them to be the same color as the rest of the car. Obviously the maintenance of, it needs a service, the brakes might need to be looked upon, the suspension squeaks, so I would imagine that they need to be looked at as well. So I have all the intentions of keeping this car for the foreseeable future, but I do also want to add another car which will be more beneficial when it comes to transferring, ferrying parts back and forth, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so that's the plans. Those are the the medium plans for this car. As I said, I'm pretty new to this. I've just set up a new channel, as you know, Rolling with Don Casper, which is gonna be dealing with my newfound hobby, which is car spotting, and just generally the general maintenance upkeep of this particular car and any other car that comes after it. And so yeah, so that's generally the plan for my channel. I'm also on Instagram under the same name, Rolling with Don Casper. There will be a Facebook page with the same name, hopefully. So basically everything could be connected, and yeah. So, but anyway, I need to get used to saying this. Thumbs up, please subscribe. I know I haven't got that much content out there at the moment, but please do, because it's going to be ongoing. And yeah, it'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, so anyway, until next time, cheers. I sound like Shmee 150. Cheers. Right, and is it cheers or cheers? Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, until next time, be safe, be well, and be happy. Peace.